Welcome to Wrestling Mate. That's right, Wrestling Mate. I'm your host, Tommy Venum. Today, guys, we're going to be discussing AEW's brand new show, weekly running show, Dynamite. Wednesday Night Wars. Now, if you're living under a rock, man, get from out under that thing, man. It must be painful. Seriously, WWE NXT going up against AEW's Dynamite. Now, tell you right now, AEW, I tuned into them 100%. I haven't even watched all of NXT yet. I've seen highlights. Now, AEW, straight off the bat, wow. Production, wow factor. I mean, everything from the entrance ramp to the screens, the colours that they used. I was wondering what they were going to do. Were they going to go the gold and yellow, like the black and gold or something? They went every colour. Man, it worked. The graphics that showed up, with the colours splashing on the screen and stuff. Man, it looked good, man. And it was different. There was different camera angles. I'm going to get into that, guys. I'm going to dissect the show as best I can. So, you know, strap yourself in. So we went pretty much straight into a match. We had a bit of a background video package on Sammy Guevara and Cody. Now, Cody being the #1 contender for the AEW World title, he came out and said if he loses this match, he will take himself out of the picture. So, you know, it was high stakes, and it was good to put that element on the match to make it more prestigious, I guess, or important, or like legit. Cody, man, I love Cody Rhodes. Before his music even hit, man, they were chanting for this guy. His entrance was insane. I had goosebumps watching it. It truly was a special moment, and people will remember it. Yeah, it's going to go down in the history books, this. I'm telling you. We're going to look back 10, 20 years from now and be like, that was where it started. And I'm glad that Cody was the first one. This match had athleticism galore. It started off pretty hot, but not super hot. But then when Sammy Guevara slapped Cody in the face, boom, business picked up. In the words of JR, business picked up, man. But what I couldn't get over through the whole match was the reaction that Cody was getting, man. He is, I'm gonna say this, he's not only the biggest face of AEW, he's almost the biggest face of the industry at the moment. He is that red hot. I'm going to say white hot, actually. I mean, seriously, man, the guy is over. He's over. Did see a spot in the match, guys, where Guevara pulls Brandy in the way of a tope suicida from Cody. Now, yeah, cool. He checked on her, which, dude, it's your wife. Of course you're going to check on her and make sure she's all right. But then I would like to see a bit more fire. Like, dude, some guy just shafted you and made you, like, hurt your wife, man. Like, get fired up. Instead, it was a bit, you know, la-di-da, and then Sammy Guevara got the upper hand. But I will digress because the match was insane. I mean, that's a little thing to pick on. I mean, really, seriously. Awesome. We've seen an avalanche suplex, we've seen springboard stunners, we've seen shooting star presses, and we've seen a Spanish fly. I mean, for Christ's sake, man, what more do you want in a wrestling match? I mean, seriously, that crowd were on their feet. The finish I loved especially. Now, I love to see this kind of psychology. It's great, and I don't know why it's not used more often. When I see people in matches using big spots, like a super crazy top rope move, and you know, they kick out and you think, really? But then they'll hit him with their finisher, and you'd argue the finisher's not as devastating, but the finisher keeps him down. You think, man, why did you end it back there? Now, this had a similar kind of mindset. So Guevara goes for the shooting star press, Cody gets the knees up. Now think about it, the guy's done a backflip in midair, off the top rope, and landed on someone's knees. Of course it's gonna hurt, of course you're winded. Perfect time to roll someone up for a 3 count and actually pin them. So, well done, great booking. Didn't see it coming, and neither did the crowd, but my God, it got a pop. Gonna rate these matches tonight as well, guys. So I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, gonna say it was a 4.5 out of 5. It really was. And what gets it up to the 4.5, I mean, you've got just, it's prestigious, that match. It's in the history books. They had the crowd eating out of their palm. Cody was so over. You've seen crazy athletic moves. You know, it seriously was really good. I mean, that's how you want to start your promotion. You want to start with that? Of course you do. Right after the match, we had Tony Schiavone making his way to the ring to interview Cody. Now, obviously, it was something to do with setting up the world title match. Guevara kind of butts in, takes the handshake, wants to show Cody that he respects him. You know, I thought, okay, yeah, classic face kind of move. You want to push him as a face, I guess. Anyways, Jericho comes in, blindsides him, Cody that is, and Guevara just leaves the ring. So obviously he's not a face. I mean, that's a full setup. If you're a face, you're going to help him out. So definitely bad guy. Then Jericho started this epic beatdown, and there was a spot outside the ring with the chairs. Now, this to me as a worker, I noticed it. I don't know if you guys did. There was 3 chairs. Jericho picked up the wrong chair at first. And then he realised, which is smart, he realised and grabbed the other chair. Now, you're thinking, what? How do you know these chairs are, what? What are you talking about? One chair had heaps of pictures on it, right? And it looked like your standard steel chair, just with the pics on it, right? He hit him with that chair. There was 2 other chairs that he set up for the powerbomb maneuver on the outside. Now, they to me looked like they were rigged chairs, right? They were supposed to collapse a bit better, but they didn't. But the dead giveaway was they had like an inch thick padding on them. There was 2 of them. Oh, geez, what do you need for that kind of spot? 2 chairs? Yeah, duh. So that was a bit set up, but dude, you know what? The chairs didn't really break, and it looked devastating as hell. I actually thought, dude, the guy's broken his ribs or something. But yeah, Jericho, love it. Classic heel stuff. This was then followed by Brandon Cutler versus MJF. Now, I hadn't seen much of Brandon Cutler. I didn't know what to think. Watching him walk out to the ring, I thought, yeah, okay, he's a bit of a tall, bit of a lanky guy, lean. Is he any good, or is he just here because he's mates of the Young Bucks? He was facing MJF. MJF comes out. This guy's the best heel in the business, seriously. He comes out and cuts a wicked promo on the crowd and on Cutler. I'm laughing in tears. Get to the ring, and you know what? Brandon Cutler can work, man. That guy's got some moves. I was shocked. One spot that stood out to me, which I've never seen it hit with such perfection, was a tope suicida, which is an overused move, and I talk about that all the time. But he landed in like a full Luthes press like position and started just raining down right hands, man. And I'm like, that was so cool, man. I've never seen that. Like, it was so flush. Now, it does take 2 to tango, but I'm telling you, that was mainly Cutler. Then this match was very quick. Then we kind of got to the end spot. Now, Cutler's gone to the top rope, and he's pretended that he slipped and then jarred his knee. Now, when I first watched it, because I watched it back, I thought he stuffed up. I thought he's actually botched this. I watched it back, that was intentional. That was the whole spot, and that was the key to ending the match, pretty much. Because I went straight from that into another spot with the ref, and then that was it. Classic heel finish again. Loved it. MJF gets the goods. This match I gave 2.5 out of 5. Just because, I don't know, it was really short, and you know, it wasn't your 5-star classic, but it was a good solid match. And it definitely built Cutler up, because you thought you got to see Cutler perform, and hey, he can do some cool stuff. So, you know, you're investing time into that character. MJF just built his stocks even more, got another win, and, you know, definitely got some heat as well. So, exactly what you want. Then got an SCU vignette. Now, dude, Scorpio Sky, That guy's hilarious. His Barack Obama impersonation was unbelievable. If you closed your eyes, you'd be like, is that the president? I mean, former president. Sorry, guys. But that led to a actual live interview with SCU, nominating that Daniels and Kazarian will be the two in the tag team tournament. They're going with experience. And then the Lucha Brothers come out, cut a quick promo, cut them off, and kind of went into a bit of a brawl. So possibly going to see these two teams going at it further down the line. Maybe they're going to be the finalists. Maybe that's a bit of a hint. We'll find out, guys. Then we had Hangman versus Puck. Now, this was supposed to be the original world title match. We were supposed to have it Double or Nothing. I'm telling you, this match did not disappoint. This is two absolute classics out of Puck now. Man, crazy athleticism again, hard hitting. So many good spots in this match. Puck won with the Black Arrow onto Hangman's back and then hooked him in that finishing submission that he used to defeat Omega, the Brutalizer. Really pushing that Brutalizer, which is cool, man, because I'm actually surprised he's still doing the Black Arrow. I mean, this is a bit of an old school thing to say, and this was something I was always taught. Mainly because I had a tag team partner at one stage, and his finisher was a 450. And when he was heel, the promoter was like, no way, man, you are not hitting the 450. You can tease the 450, but you never hit it. Smart, right? Because everyone wants to see you hit that cool move. So you pretend you're gonna hit it, then you don't hit it, man, the crowd gets pissed. So it's easy, cheap heat, and I'm surprised he's not doing it. But in a way, I guess they're trying to go with something like that because he's using the Brutalizer as a finisher. So yeah, I'd say out of 5 stars, guys, I'm gonna give this one 4. Good match. But before we go to the next match, I just want to say Hangman Page, he needs a big win and he needs it soon because his stocks are dropping. You've just taken 2 big losses to 2 big stars in a row. Personally, he's possibly, you know, up there with Cody as the future of this company, so don't bury him just yet. I know they're not gonna because they're all mates and stuff, but you know, I just need to see a win for Hangman Page. Then we followed with the Women's Championship match, Riho versus Nyla Rose, the Native Beast. Firstly and foremost, the women's belt looks so underwhelming and it looks, I was gonna say it looks shit. It looks shit. Honestly expected Nyla Rose to win, but this match set a good building block to build their division on. And we're gonna see great things out of that locker room. There's a spot in that match where Riho tried to back body drop Nyla Rose, and that crowd almost erupted, but obviously Riho collapsed under the pressure. I mean, look at the size difference of these two talents. Like, it was day and night. But what I found interesting now, psychology-wise, this is something I picked up on, I don't know if anyone else did. She couldn't give the back body drop, but she was able to give an avalanche Northern Lights suplex from the second rope. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. How can you not do one but kind of almost do the other? It's almost the same move. Riho ended up winning the match after a series of knees, which surprised me. Even my wife was watching this one and she thought the same thing as me. There's no way that she's winning. Nyla Rose is going over. So we both were shocked at this finish, which, interesting. After the match though, we got a beat down. Nyla Rose getting some heat, attacking Riho. Kenny Omega, actually she attacked Michael Nakazawa as well, and Kenny Omega ran in and made the save. So, don't think we've seen the last of Nyla Rose and Riho. I think there's going to be a rematch, guys. But I will special mention this. There was actually so many good spots in this match. I will special mention Nyla Rose set up some chairs on the outside with Riho on top. Now, she performed a senton, which is essentially just a forward flip, and landed smack bang on the chairs. Riho moved on the outside. Now, this was from the ring apron to the outside. There is no give. I will tell you firsthand, it sucks. It will drive the living piss out of you. It will drive all the air out your body and you will convulse. it is brutal. For her to do that tells me that she is, no pun intended, all in, and she's willing to give her body to this company and to this cause. So that was definitely her tick of approval, and yeah, I'm going to give you the tick of approval. Well done. Out of 5 stars, look, I did originally think 3.5, but you know what? I'm going to say 4 stars. I'm going to say it was 4 stars. Just because some of the sequences and the moves in that match, and they put their absolute bodies on the line. So 4 stars, guys, 4 out of 5. Should be proud of that. Then it was the main event time. Now, I loved that this was a 2-hour show. It wasn't too long, and I was left wanting more. Main event time, Jericho in LAX versus the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Honestly, this match was basically just about setting up feuds and angles. There was some crazy stuff in the match, of course. I mean, it's AEW, the match is going to be good. But there was a spot where Jon Moxley snuck in from behind, rose up behind Omega, and dude, it was on. They were brawling hard. Out to the crowd, into the backstage area. Now, Jon Moxley, obviously Dean Ambrose in WWE, right? I never really connected or got Dean Ambrose. I don't know what it was. I know what it is now. Jon Moxley is legit unhinged, and his character is authentic because it's basically him. And I've always said this about wrestlers. The best wrestlers, like the best characters, personas, are generally yourself with your persona or your personality is turned all the way up, like 150% plus. And that's what makes Dean so believable. So the brawl continued. They got into a kind of, they called it the VIP area, which was like a makeshift kind of stage with a lounge and stuff. But Kenny Omega ended up taking a Death Rider into this glass coffee table. Like, are you guys joking? I didn't expect to see glass, them using glass in AEW. So the Death Rider was obviously Jon Moxley's finisher, which is just basically like a high angle double hook impaler DDT. Very safely done. I know it's glass, but they did the best they could to minimize the damage, but still looked brutal. The crowd popped, the crowd went mental. The reaction that Moxley got when he got in the ring was crazy. It was up there, it was Cody-esque reaction. The action continued in the ring. Matt Jackson hitting like a whisper in the wind cutter off the top rope, which was just insane, man. These guys are so good, the Young Bucks. The best part about that was the sell from the LAX bloke. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It was hilarious. I was like, I've never seen a sell so ridiculous in my life. I mean, it was up there with, different kind of hilarious, but up there with The Rock selling a stunner, like seriously. Then Nick Jackson got his shine. Now he was all over the place. Tope suicidas, flips off the top rope, then running around the other act in the ring. My wife was watching as well. She's like, this guy is all over the place. And I went, I know, he's insane, is he not? And yeah, she agreed. And she was a big fan of their outfits, like the green color. So, man, if you can get my wife watching, I mean, please, you must be doing something right. Jericho ended up winning the match with a Judas effect to, I think it was one of the Jackson brothers, I can't remember, one of the Young Bucks, for the 1, 2, 3. Then the show really heated up. This is when we got our surprises. The beatdown started on the Elite. Cody ran out to attack Jericho, obviously because they've got a feud going on now, and he was attacked previously in the night. Then Sammy Guevara come out to even the odds and attack Cody, help Jericho out. Then we had a huge pop for Dustin Rhodes, who come out in full gimmick. And I thought, well, here we go, we're rocking and rolling here. And we got an even bigger pop. It was like almost a rock star reaction when Jack Hager, now AKA Jack Swagger, came out. Now this dude is now a legit badass. I mean, he could wrestle legit. He's undefeated in MMA in Bellator, right? That's real fighting, man. That's real mixed martial arts. So he brings absolute credibility to that company, and he looked like a star. The night basically finished with him with a gut-wrench powerbomb on Dustin Rhodes to the timekeeper's table. It looked painful as hell. I mean, and I know all the tricks to the trade. It looked painful as hell. And then Cody Rhodes getting picked up, copping a Judas effect, and we close the show with Jericho standing there with his posse and the title, obviously. Great show. Loved every second of it. Man, let me know what you guys thought. I loved it. I can't wait for the next one. It left me gagging for more. So guys, yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe, guys. Definitely hit the subscribe, because why wouldn't you? It's free. Anyways, guys, AEW is definitely going to be a force to reckon with. Just dropped today. The viewership rates are in. NXT did a 800,000 and AEW did a 1.4 million. Now, I will also say this. I just want to touch on this now. I'm probably going to do another show about this, guys, but AEW versus NXT, everything is perception. Now, if you look at, yeah, I guess perception is the word. If you look at between the two shows, now obviously in the States you guys can just flick between the shows, no dramas. From what I hear, NXT was a great show. It was basically almost a takeover. Now, like I said, I've seen the highlights. If you're flicking between the two shows, right, AEW, huge production, great lighting, it looks legit crazy. Crazy good. And you've got 15,000 people there losing their minds. You go to NXT, still great matches, still hard hitting, but you've got like 500 people in the crowd. What seems like the thing to be at, or the thing to watch? AEW. And I think you're going to see that, guys. And I don't know, NXT's always been good because it's been at Full Sail, and it's got that crowd, and they're very loyal and loud and vocal. But at the end of the day, is that going to hold them back? And then my question is now, is Vince going to react and take over? Or is he going to let Triple H make the decision? I mean, who knows what's going to go on, guys? We're just sitting back and enjoying the ride as fans. I mean, it's the best time to be a wrestling fan. But like I said, perception is everything, so there's that kind of factor to go in. And then, now the ratings are going to come out. People are going to go, hey, everyone tuned into AEW. It must be better. So, you know, I mean, people, there's a weird mindset to people sometimes. So that's how I'm going to see it. If I'm going to rate the show, guys, I'm giving it a solid A. Definitely pushing towards an A+. I loved it. They just gave enough. I was a bit disappointed we didn't see the Lucha Brothers wrestle. And some other guys that I thought deserved to be on the card that weren't. I mean, we didn't see a Shawn Spears. You know, we definitely seen some stars, but they didn't get matches. But they got a bit of TV time, so hats off, guys. Anyways, guys, that's it for me here at Wrestling Mates. Signing off. Uru, you bunch of gurus.